Hello and welcome to another episode of The Social Connection. It's your program about social media, the trends you talked about, the videos you shared, and what new changes social media companies offered its users. I'm Shreya Upadhyay and with me is Preeti Tiwari.
Thank you, Shreya. Welcome everyone. In the next half an hour, we'll take you through the top trends, latest news and everything that kept the social media busy. But first up, let's take a look at what we have in store for you in this edition.
Supreme Court directs search engines to block ads on sex determination of fetus.
Tumblr ups its interactive features, rolls out a series of updates to its online blogging platforms.
And Twitter launches a version of Vine just for kids.
In a new order that will help to curb female feticide in the country, Supreme Court of India directed search engine giants like Google India, Yahoo and Microsoft to block all prenatal sex determination test advertisements in their search results.
That's right, the court also directed these sites to include the new order on their policy page as well as its terms and conditions page. More details in this report.
Supreme Court directed search engines like Google India, Yahoo India and Microsoft Corporation India Private Limited to strictly comply with Indian laws and block advertisements on sex determination of a fetus. In an interim order, the court said that these search engines should not advertise or sponsor any advertisements that would violate Section 22 of the Preconception and Prenatal Diagnostic Techniques Act. The Apex Court categorically said if any advertisement existed on any search engine, these should be withdrawn forthwith by the search engines. It also directed Google, Yahoo and Microsoft to withdraw any sex determination ads on their respective services and also include this order on their policy page as well as its service terms and conditions page. The next hearing is scheduled for February 11 when the court intends to take up the matters of completely blocking items that have been suggested by the Indian government and the URL and IP address are provided by Google, Yahoo or Microsoft. Filing an affidavit on the issue, the centre also expressed its inability to check such advertisements which are in violation of the law which prohibits the sex determination of a fetus but said it can be done by the search engines Google, Yahoo and Microsoft. The order was in response to a PIL filed by one Sabu Matthew George in 2008 who had alleged that Google, Yahoo and Microsoft were promoting sex determination techniques and products through advertising and links on their search engines, which is an offence under the PCPNDT Act. Google India, Yahoo India and Microsoft India had also contended in court that they were not in violation of the law since they merely provide a corridor for content. However, the Supreme Court said that an effort has to be made by these parties so that nothing contrary to the Indian laws are advertised or shown on these websites.
Tumblr is rolling out new features to make its editor more appealing to long-form writers. The company has announced a new line of tools made to make its interface both simpler to use and nicer to look at.
Yes, most notable among the updates is the inclusion of a new toolbar that pops up in the editing screen whenever a phrase is highlighted. Take a look.
Tumblr is rolling out a series of updates to its online blogging platform designed to make the service more attractive and useful for content creators and specifically for those writing long-form content. The company teased some of the changes on its staff blog, highlighting a feature that shows an animation of a rich text editor but hinting that there was much more on the way. The new Tumblr editor now allows for making formatting and style changes during the composition of a blog post through a pop-up interface where you can do things like bold, strike through, italicize, link and more. While writing in Tumblr, users will be able to see posts that really look like posts. That is, what you see when writing is exactly the way the post will look when published, which has not always been the case. In addition, the service is adding more ways to structure your work, including more formatting options like subheads. The move comes at a time when publishing platform medium is growing in popularity thanks to its simple and clean user interface, something which clearly Tumblr is now trying to target with these recent changes. Also new today are upgraded mobile apps for Tumblr users that introduce improved support for push notifications and messaging among other things. Tumblr is also now allowing users to add images, videos and other embeddable media anywhere in the post body by using a new plus button that pops up when you start a new line of text. The button is available on all post types except for chat. Tumblr's online changes are the most notable of the new features rolling out now, but it is worth mentioning that Tumblr has now upgraded its mobile apps on iOS and Android too.
Twitter-owned Vine wants to let your children in on the 6-second looping video craze. without exposing them to the seamy underbelly of the world of internet video.
That is right. Through the adorable animated characters, kids can watch videos that are appropriate for a young audience. For now, Wine Kids is available only for iOS, and there has been no word on whether it will be available on Android.
Twitter's Wine app is home to some seriously entertaining videos. Just don't expect them all to be kid-friendly. However, this week the microblogging site launched Wine Kids, a separate standalone video sharing tool aimed at children. In a blog post, Twitter said the new app is meant to be a place full of short videos appropriate for kids to watch. It appears that the app's content will be manually curated through adorable animated characters. Its iTunes description reads, "Kids can watch hand-selected videos that are appropriate for a young audience." Released by iOS, Wine Kids has been described by Wine as a fun way for young children to watch specifically chosen 6-second videos. Featuring creative animations, cute pet actions and more, this is seen by some as a gateway into the full version of what Wine has to offer. This program is designed to give parents peace of mind, only allowing children to view the videos by the Wine team themselves, alongside no option to actually record a video yourself. Marketed for children aged 5 and up, Wine has stated that this app does not collect any personal information from its user base, alongside there being no sign-up needed. Wine has been a key component of Twitter since the social media network acquired the video platform in 2012. While Twitter has held onto the service and leaned on it for video, the networking site has branched out from Wine's 6-second video to release more robust tools for the Twitter app. For now, Wine Kids is available only for iOS. No word on if or when it will be coming for Android.
Well, we are heading for a short commercial break. We have lots of interesting story coming up. Stay tuned and keep watching DD News.
विरासत में मिली सभ्यता और संस्कृति, जिसके कई रूप हैं, कई रंग हैं। इन्हीं रंगों में से कुछ चुनिंदा रंग हम समेट कर लाते हैं आपके लिए और रूबरू कराते हैं कला जगत से जुड़ी खास हस्तियों से। देखिए रंग तरंग शनिवार दोपहर 12:30 बजे सिर्फ डीडी न्यूज पर। सुबह का सही आगाज ताजा खबरों के साथ, सुर्खियों के आईने से देश विदेश की सही तस्वीर और दिन के हर पहलू पर नजर। नया सवेरा सोमवार से शुक्रवार सुबह 7 बजे सिर्फ डीडी न्यूज पर। तस्वीरें जो बयां करती हैं हकीकत, हालात जिनसे जुड़े हैं आपके जज्बात, जुनून जो बदल सकता है देश की तस्वीर, खबरें जो आपके लिए जानना है जरूरी। खबर दिन भर हर शाम 5 बजे सिर्फ डीडी न्यूज पर।
Welcome back. You must be familiar with the trending topics of the week, but here's a quick wrap of the top trends on social media sites. The week began with India celebrating its 66th Republic Day and American President Barack Obama as the chief guest. Hashtag Republic Day, Barack Obama, Obama in India and Modi Obama were the top trends.
Señorita, bude desho mein. You know what I mean.
As Obama quoting a dialogue from Bollywood movie Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge became one of the coolest things on internet, Shah Rukh fans reveled with pride and couldn't get enough of not just Khan but Obama as well. From King Khan to Ranbir Kapoor and Soha Ali Khan, social media was busy this week with the two celebrities. While Ranbir's look in his new release Bombay Velvet was unveiled, Saif's little sister tied the knot with actor Kunal Khemu. Hashtag Bombay Velvet, Ranbir Kapoor, Soha Ali Khan and Kunal Khemu were among the top trends. As the Delhi election scene heats up, hashtag Kiran Bedi, Arvind Kejriwal, BJP versus AAP, questions to Kejriwal, Jayanti Natarajan, Congress and Delhi regularly trend across Facebook and Twitter. This week also saw the demise of veteran cartoonist R.K. Lakshman. Fans of all ages paid their tribute on social media.
Social networking giant Facebook had a tremendous year for app downloads. According to a new data about 2014 mobile app usage, iOS and Android users downloaded Facebook's mobile apps more often than any other apps globally. Take a look.
The apps associated with Facebook Inc. emerged as the most downloaded in 2014. However, the company's homegrown apps such as Rooms and Paper didn't register impressive performance. The apps that put Facebook on the most downloaded map included the company's acquisitions, WhatsApp and Instagram. A new report from App Annie, an analytics company that tracks app downloads and usage, says that Facebook Messenger, Facebook, WhatsApp Messenger and Instagram were the top 4 most downloaded apps in iOS and Android worldwide last year. Facebook acquired Instagram in early 2012 and messaging platform WhatsApp in early 2014 as part of an effort to gain foothold in that market. According to App Annie's stat, while downloads were sky high, Facebook didn't even crack the top 10 in terms of app revenue. But that's because you can download all of its offerings for free. In actuality, all of those millions of app users are raking in tons of money for Facebook through mobile advertisements. While Facebook managed to dominate the top most downloaded apps last year, the top app revenue of the year went to Japanese messaging service known as Line. The app emerged as the top revenue generator in 2014, followed by the US streaming music provider Pandora Media Inc.
Well, next up, tech biggie Microsoft has jumped into the head-mounted device arena with Hololens. It is a wireless holographic headset that may compete with products like Google Glass. Hololens has its own CPU and wouldn't need to be paired with a computer or phone.
Yes, that's right. Microsoft previewed the brand new piece of hardware this week. HoloLens is Microsoft's foray into the virtual reality market. For those confused about what's actually going on with the company's new head-mounted gadget, here's the report.
Look around. Technology is all around us. We use it in every aspect of our lives. It enables us to do amazing things. But what if we could go further? What if we could go beyond the screen? Where your digital world is blended with your real world. Now we can.
Yes, with HoloLens we definitely can. Microsoft's HoloLens is a sleek, flashy headset with transparent lenses. You can see the world around you, but with a twist, as the world is suddenly transformed with 3D objects floating in mid-air, virtual screens on the wall, and your living room covered in virtual characters running across. Microsoft's new product will allow people to project virtual objects in the real world. The tech giant has developed a new user interface for 3D computing and hopes to create an important new class of computing devices. Microsoft 3D goggles could be used by architects to visualize new design, by NASA scientists to explore the surface of Mars, and by business executives for immersive video conferencing. On the most basic level, it works the same way as most other 3D displays. It creates an illusion of depth by displaying an image with a slightly different perspective to each of the user's 2 eyes. The device plays different sound in each ear to further heighten the 3D effect. What makes the HoloLens different from products of the same league is that Microsoft uses complex hardware and software to tightly integrate virtual objects with the real world. The HoloLens glass are transparent, so people wearing them can see the real world around them, with a variety of virtual objects projected on top. And because HoloLens has a sophisticated understanding of the world around it, these objects can interact with the real world too. For example, a virtual TV can appear mounted to the real wall, or virtual objects can seem to rest on a table or floor. HoloLens isn't just able to project virtual objects into the real world, it also allows users to interact with these objects. HoloLens knows exactly where the user is standing, which way she is moving, and where her hands and fingers are. By tracking the movements of the user's head, the device knows exactly what she is looking at, and HoloLens can respond to voice commands too. Well, this might sound like science fiction, but if these devices work the way tech luminaries hope they can, such dreams may be reality sooner than we think.
Well, we're heading for a short breather. We will be right back with the top 5 videos of this week. Stay tuned.
तस्वीरें जो बयां करती हैं हकीकत, हालात जिनसे जुड़े हैं आपके जज्बात, जुनून जो बदल सकता है देश की तस्वीर, खबरें जो आपके लिए जानना है जरूरी, खबर दिन भर हर शाम 5 बजे सिर्फ डीडी न्यूज पर। The top news emerging from Asia. Events and issues shaping the continent's development. Analyzing global turnarounds with Asian perspectives. And a glance at the stories beyond the headlines. Watch Inside Asia, Saturday 4 p.m. only on DD News.
Moving on, social media campaign is playing an important role in Delhi Assembly election due to a large population of youth voters in Delhi. Political parties too are not leaving any stone unturned to woo the voter through social media. My colleague Pratham took stock of such campaigns in Delhi. Take a look.
BJP CM candidate Kiran Bedi presenting her blueprint for Delhi through Twitter to her followers. Aam Aadmi Party convener Arvind Kejriwal discussing poll issues related to Delhi with his followers. And Congress leader Ajay Makhan sharing pictures of his election campaign to highlight support for his party in Delhi. As polling day for Delhi Assembly elections draws closer, all political parties have intensified their campaign. They are leaving no stones unturned to woo the voters. And social media is playing an important role in their pursuit to maximize support. While the BJP and AAP are involved in hashtag war on Twitter and Facebook, Congress too is logging into social media and is not lagging behind as far as social media campaign is concerned.
Our strategy is a 360-degree view of taking all our messages, whether they are being played across radio, TV, and using the social and digital media in a much more dynamic manner and reaching out to every single 1.25 crore voters of Delhi. Not once, but at least 10 times between now and the elections.
Social media is very important for us, for Delhi, specifically because the number of users on Facebook, for example, we have 87 lakh users of Facebook in Delhi. For WhatsApp, the data is around 70 lakhs. These are huge numbers considering that there are only 1.25 crore voters in Delhi. The strategy is to converse, to create conversations with people and serve as a bridge between the people and the leadership. So if the leadership conveys a message, to take it to the people as much as possible.
And today our party is using all social media such as mail, WhatsApp, this Facebook, then as SMS, all these things we are using it so that we should catch the attention of each and every voter, and particularly the young, those who are less than 35 year age. They are about 20 lakh voters in Delhi.
Social media played a significant role in the Lok Sabha elections last year. According to Facebook, from the day elections were announced to the day polling ended, 2.9 crore people conducted 22.7 crore interactions, including posts, comments, shares and likes on the general election. Also, around 1.3 crore people conducted 7.5 crore interactions regarding Narendra Modi. Based on the scale of this traffic, parties are now paying a lot of attention to social media campaigning, and the thrust was palpable in the assembly elections in 4 states that followed in 2014. The seriousness of political parties on social media campaigning can be gauged from the fact that they had started their online efforts for Delhi elections far ahead of the announcement of the election dates.
There's a large number of youth voters in Delhi, and they are the ones who are really active on social media sites. And this is the reason why every political party in Delhi is paying much attention in social media election campaign. And with every passing day, this war on virtual world will intensify. And it will be interesting to see which political party will be able to translate this war on virtual world into votes. With cameraman Yogesh Kumar, Pratham Dwivedi for DD News.
Well, it's time to see all the feedback that you sent in on Twitter, Facebook and YouTube.
Well, this is the end of our show. Continue sending in your feedback and comments as you always have on ddnews.com@gmail.com, on our Twitter handle ddnews live, our Facebook page, or on our YouTube channel.
Yes, but before we sign off, we'll leave you with an interesting video. See you again next week. Thank you and goodbye.
लड़के नहीं रोते.
बैठो बैठो, लड़के रोते नहीं. Stop crying, Rohan. Are you a girl? Boys don't cry. Okay? Are you a girl? Why are you crying? Don't behave like a girl. चलो, boys don't cry. लड़के रोते नहीं. मैंने बोला ना, लड़के नहीं रोते हैं.
लड़के रोते नहीं है.
लड़के रोते नहीं हैं.
लड़के रोते नहीं हैं. Well done, well done. लड़के नहीं रोते यार.
ओ देवदास, छोड़ ना यार, लड़के ऐसे नहीं रोते.
बचपन से ही सिखाते हैं कि लड़के रुलते नहीं हैं. शायद बेहतर होगा अगर हम सिखाएं कि लड़के रुलाते नहीं हैं.